Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how I will create a infinite pad repeat section in my Ableton set. So this is at the end of this song Yours, and based off of our plan online, we have a prayer section after Yours. And since this prayer moment, I want to be free flowing with it. It could take 1 minute, it could take 5 minutes. So I'm just going to build an infinite repeat section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create with Command T a new audio track. And then I actually happen to have, they are 20-minute pads in my iTunes library. It doesn't matter where you get your pads from. This is in the key of D flat. So I'm just going to click and drag that over. So the other thing I'm going to want to do is I want click to play with this pad. That way that I can direct and the band can flow in time during this prayer moment. So what I'm going to do is really just any good sized portion of this tempo track. I'm going to highlight it. And I'm actually just going to hit Command D, that's for duplicate. And you'll see that just extends our tempo leader into this prayer section that we're creating right here. So now we need to open up Yours, and we need to extend our foundations, our MIDI click instrument, into this prayer section. And right now it's very messy. We're just kind of getting in the ballpark. So we'll come back and make everything nice and exact here in a little bit. I'm going to use a set of our repeat flags for this. So I'm going to jump back to the beginning of our project. I'm going to use repeat 2. I'm going to click and drag. I'm going to zoom out so it goes a little quicker. And then let's put the repeat right here. It's very important that your repeat flag doesn't overlap with audio on your multi-tracks, or else every time that your loop repeats itself, it's going to re-trigger that audio. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and put my repeat flag at the end of my multi-tracks. Make sure that there's going to be no audio that's replaying. Come back and get the repeat clip. Zoom in. We'll just put it here. So it's a small amount of time. This is only a couple measures, but it'll work fine for what we're doing. I'm going to click, and I'm going to enable this clip with 0. Alright, so now what I want is, if I were to, I'm going to turn this pad down a little bit. If I were to play and trigger this repeat, it'll take us back in time to this repeat flag. You will actually hear the audio pad stutter. So you can hear how it kind of jars back to this portion of its timeline. So my way around that is you can actually highlight like one measure after your repeat clip. I'm going to copy this with Command C. I'm going to go to repeat number 2, make my selection there, and I'm going to paste that with Command V. Now you can just drag it out to say somewhere in the middle, and then we're just going to do a big long crossfade between these two. So now whenever it triggers the repeat clip, okay, it's very smooth. The other thing we need to do is I'm actually going to delete this first half of the pad, and we can actually extend this out. So this is the ending of Yours, and I'm going to draw on a fade in.
End, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that sounds good. And then let's see. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to make my end loop section here on measure 362. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this pad with Command E right here. I'm going to draw a fade out, and I'm going to make click stop. So that way, if this flag was mapped to a foot controller, whenever I hit it, then it'll take us to the fade out section. There is a kind of a stutter. If you're looping this section over here and you go to the end, you can put some reverb and delay on this. That way it'll kind of cover up that stutter. But honestly, most times I found that with a band accompanying this, it's not super noticeable. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shift and highlight this whole crossfade madness we just made. I'm going to consolidate it with Command J.